It's 4:30 in the morning almost. I got 4:22 by the clock. It's been the kind of night where it started kind of sluggish, and tonight I had more people being fussy about the fare than just about any other time. Usually they're, happy to pay the whole amount, and then some, give a tip. But I had one guy, when the meter was going up to $9 and it was obvious that it was going to go over 10, he requested to do it for 10 even. And I said, well, if I did that, I'd be ripping myself off. And he said, well, I'm sort of concerned about my finances. What about my finances? He said, well, I just came back from Toronto and that's how they do it there. What a loser. I had one pleasant ride out to Langford with this girl. Forget what we talked about, but the conversation was rather pleasant. And I spent much of the morning sleeping. I tried to get through everybody's videos, but I think I missed one or two of the videos I started to watch. I got so sleepy that I fell asleep before I even knew what was going on. Well, I'll be heading back to my favorite little parking spot. And it's been a relatively successful night for one that I did a fair amount of sleeping. I've had a few good trips. The one that went out to Langford, for example. And I had one that went from Pierce Crescent all the way down to Begbie and Fern, which was good. But I'm tired. There's like an hour and a half to go. I'll probably fall asleep again while trying to watch a video using this phone. Well, here we are again. We are leaving the airport. I just dropped somebody off who's going on a international flight. And she's going to Atlanta, Georgia, actually, which is really cool. And her flight leaves here at 5:50. It is now 3:53, so I've got a little over 2 hours. Well, I got 2 hours to go for the rest of my shift. It's been surprisingly good tonight. I had a couple longer ones, and even though it was pretty dead before midnight, after midnight, like all the other cabs go downtown, and they left the north all to me. The whole north was all mine, and I even connected a few times, and I had a couple of waivers, just off the street, and on the whole, it's been all right. So that's the end of the Tuesday night. Tuesday the 12th, so I guess it's Wednesday the 13th today. This is Taxi Vlog 413, 414, something like that. Yeah, I think it's 414. I think I uploaded 413 already. I'll have to check on that. Anyway, it is a taxi vlog. The sky is getting a little bit blue out there, if you can kind of see it. No, maybe not. It's, yeah. The days are slowly, gradually getting shorter. The nights are getting longer a little bit. The roundabouts just won't go away. Ugh. Anyways, talk to you sooner. I don't have much to say except that the night was pretty good. No drama, no trouble. Everyone was well behaved, everyone paid. Yeah, later. Well, here we are in a slightly different part of town than we usually are. I'm in James Bay. I just dropped off a hotel worker. This girl who works in a hotel. The night was really slow to get going at the beginning. It didn't really do much. I think I had like $50 on by 9:30. I guess around that time, around 9:30, it started to get going again. And I think I'm going to make an interesting little video for a friend of mine who's going to come visiting. Okay. Right here is the ferry dock. This is the ferry dock. There's the ferries. You see, just on the underneath that roof there. And I'm not supposed to be admitting myself to this point. And there's the cars waiting to get on the little ferry. Oh shit! I used the reverse gear. You know what that means? It's gonna beep at us. So, yeah, it's gonna beep at us as soon as I get going a certain speed. Now here we come out of the ferry. This is going up the ramp, and this is Belleville Street. That says Belleville at the stop sign. So now here we turn left onto Belleville. Okay. Why didn't I think of doing this video already? So now we're on Belleville. We're going past the Days Inn on the right. See, there's the ferry, right past these trees. There's the ferry, okay? There's the ferry, and here we go. On the left side is the steamship, what used to be a steamship building. And up here, we got the legislative buildings. See them there? Okay. Now there's the Empress Hotel on the other side, on the left side. And there's the bell tower. The bell tower is for the museum. Now we're still on Belleville, and we're heading. It's still a little dark, isn't it? It's early morning. It's 5:48. And there's totem poles and stuff there. So we're on Belleville Street now. We're still on Belleville. Okay. And there's the old Crystal Gardens. Okay, we're on Belleville, going past the abandoned Crystal Court Motel. Okay, Belleville's going to come to an end here. And just as we get to this little curve, we'll be on Blanchard. Now the street sign is behind a tree, but now we're on Blanchard. As we go the curve, and it goes up the hill. Yeah, so the night was kind of quiet. Well, it was busy between like 10:30 and 1:30 or so. And then it got quiet again. Now we've come up the hill. Now we're going through downtown, and we're going to have a series of traffic lights. Oh, we might get a couple of green ones here. Okay. So then I was watching a movie and that kind of thing. And there's a pedestrian. And I fell asleep a couple times during the movie, if I haven't said that yet. And then I was got a call and realized that I had slept through 3/4 of the movie and it was playing the next one already. And after I did that call, I came back and started watching the movie again. It was some title like The Killer Shrews, or The Attack of the Killer Shrews. It's a 1959 monster movie with unknown actors and these shrews that are about the size of a full-grown wolf. Yes, we are waiting for traffic lights downtown. Okay. So, yeah, the morning hours, between 3:30 and now, 10 minutes to 6, it's been good in the morning hours. I've done well. I've had a fair number of trips, and I can't complain at all about that, one least little bit. So, we're still heading out from downtown. This here, that's the Save-On Arena. That's like the big arena. And we're still heading out on Blanchard. We're still on Blanchard. Over here to our right is the dairy plant. That's Island Farms. It's called Island Farms. You can see the sign in the tree there, Island Farms. And I'm going to have to, well, I'm going to turn off this street to go to the car wash real soon. Oh, that's going to turn red, so let's get through that before it does so. Okay. This is our ride on Blanchard. Okay. Now I'm going to turn off of Blanchard to go to the car wash. So anyway, I'll just let you know that the night went really well, and I will resume this particular little video as soon as I've washed the car. Okay, so here's where we take it up, right where we left off, and we're going down Blanchard. There's a great big park to our right. It's a great big park. It goes on for quite a while. Okay, this is what it looks like. There's still the park on our right. It's a big, huge, long park. Here they got tennis courts and soccer fields and all kinds of stuff like that. If you miss this park, well, you can't miss this park. It's such a big, long thing that you can't miss it. See, big lawns with sprinklers going off and nets, and it's a big park. Okay, so you see, you can't miss that big park. Now over on our left there's the that's the Mayfair Mall. There's the Hudson's Bay and Toys R Us. And now the light is green. So we continue on Blanchard here. Okay. And now we're going to come to a sign on our right that says Accent Inns. I don't know if you can see that, but the sign says Accent Inns. Okay. Right there is where you want to turn right. But we're going to turn left because we got to go fuel up. And I'll give you a view of what it looks like after we've turned right in a moment. Now we're at the Accent Inn, and it looks like a lot of people are going somewhere. There's a bus here. I think it's an airport bus. And anyways, where you'd be coming is just right there. See the street? There's Blanchard Street. Okay, now you're coming to the traffic lights at the intersection. Then you hang a right. You hang a right just when you see the Accent Inn. This is going to be Cloverdale. Now, after you've turned right, it looks something like this. Well, let's see if you can make that out. I'm pointing the camera down just so that you don't get the sunlight in it. And we're going right along here, Cloverdale. We're coming to the low point of Cloverdale. Here's the low point of Cloverdale. Okay, there's Inverness on the right. The first street is this one. That's Calumet. And if you start to go up the hill, you're going up the hill somewhat, and you're right halfway up the hill. This is the one you want to turn on. This is Lovett. You turn on to Lovett. Big white house on the corner there. Okay. So you've turned on to Lovett, and you get to the end of the block. That's where I live. You'd probably recognize the neighborhood by now. That is, if you've walked around it before. Okay, well, I'm gonna make a quick right here and park the cab just down the road here from where I live. On a street called Calumet. And that will be right about here. You know, it went quite well. It went quite well until about 2 o'clock in the morning. And then since 2 o'clock in the morning, it's been really dead. I had 2 trips. Two trips. Since 2 o'clock, and now it's 20 to 6. It's time to go to the car wash and wash the car. The night went very well up until, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I've done okay. I've done great, but the morning was dead. The morning was quiet. I tried to watch a movie or two. I fell asleep watching movies, so I didn't see the movies at all. I will have to go back and look again. One of them was from 1962, starring William Shatner, of all people. That man has been around forever. And the trips were averaging about $15, so I think I did $15 trips, something like that. That's about the size of it. So I'm not complaining. I did okay. A lot of it is change too. I'm gonna have to spend some money on change. There's the early morning. What's the date today? The 15th? 15th of July, something like that. Yeah. And we're gonna head to the gonna go to the car wash and wash this thing. Yeah, you know, you get towards the end of my week and I'm bagged. There's a mail truck. I guess the mailmen are not on strike yet. They're supposed to be going on, well, they were supposed to go on strike or something, but I guess they're not. I'm still receiving things in the mail. Yeah, I can't complain about tonight. Everyone was fine. Everybody paid. Oh, my battery's going low. You know, I'm gonna have to stop really soon here. Let's go over this bridge. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's 4 in the morning, and I just dropped off these two boys way out in Langford, Western Communities, and I just received another call, but it's really too far away. I'm sure there will be another car around to get that call. That's the one thing about this job. You're not indispensable. Someone else can do it if I can't. So it's not a big deal. So what was the night like this Friday night? It started out quite busy, and there were 3 cruise ships in town. I remember taking someone downtown and then getting them, they got out, and then somebody else got in and they wanted to go to the Bright Light. They wanted to go to the Causeway to watch the buskers, and then as soon as they got out, somebody else got in and went to the cruise ship. Both of those fares paid in American dollars, which are bigger than ours. And I need a few because I will be heading stateside in October for a little vacation. But it was busy and it was crazy downtown. It was people everywhere, and horse carts and tricycles and pedestrians and rickshaws and buses, tour buses. It's just terrible. It was just crowded. It was, couldn't get anywhere. So I managed to get out of there somehow, and it was going quite steady, but I wasn't really rushed. It was just steady, so that by midnight I had over 200 on, which was good. And then after midnight for a couple hours, I was just getting some good fares. I had some $20 and $30 fares in there. And then by 3 o'clock it was getting quiet, and I think I had a couple of short ones in there. And now I had a $40 fare out to the Western Communities from Denny's restaurant, of all places. So that was good. I can't complain. that I still got a couple hours to go, and things may still happen. And if they do, I'll tell you all about it. If nothing much happens, well, then I could say right now, I hope yours is better than mine. But we'll see. Vacuuming out the car, or about to vacuum it out, and oh, what's this? Ah, Score! $20 American. Beautiful. I love the end of the shift when this happens. Oh well. It's been a good night.